All right, welcome back. The program is Saturday night, and if you're just joining us, you haven't missed much. We have two personalities here in our personality profile segment. We have an on-air personality here, and we have an entertainer who works behind the scene. We was talking about the entertainer here. Is her name is Bimmy Phillips. She's Bimmy Phillips, the one and only Gbemi Phillips. You're welcome to Saturday night.
Thank you for having
And
me.
we also have Oreka Godis. Oreka Godis is an on-air personality, so it's not new here, right?
No, it's not.
But the difference here is you can ask
I'm not allowed
questions.
to, yeah.
I ask her the questions.
It's nice to be on this side of the table. Though,
Really?
So, yes.
I don't envy you at all. I don't envy you. You're welcome to Saturday night.
Thank you.
It's good to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Godis. Is that an English name?
It's my parents are from Kogi State.
All right.
And my grandfather was a reverend, and my aunt said that the full name was Igodisie. And when the missionaries came and they decided that the goddess in the middle was the one that sounded nice and interesting for them, so they... But I don't know. No one else is
it.
Yeah, but no one else is confirmed in my family, so it might be one of those fabus, or what do they call it? It might be. So I don't know what it actually means, and I should, which is kind of silly. But
At least you know the meaning of your first name.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult to explain, though.
Try me.
Okay, it means, because when I say, people think it means precious, and it's not. It means something beautiful, something to aspire to, something you want.
Okay.
So there's no real one word to
All right.
describe
We are
it.
good with something we want because we want you here and we have you here. So it's good. Yeah. So Gbemi, obviously you're from the West.
I am.
Where are you from?
My father is from Ogun State, so I'm from Abeokuta.
Abeokuta.
Oh, I went to school in Abeokuta.
You did?
Yeah.
I'm from Abeokuta.
It's a beautiful, beautiful place.
Yes, it is a beautiful place.
I've only been there, I think, like twice.
Twice. Are you proud of it?
Yeah.
That you've not been to your hometown?
Well, no, but I just haven't been. I'm always in Lagos. If I'm not in Lagos, I'm abroad. But we never. I guess because we don't really have a family home in Abeokuta. We used to go there a long time ago when our grandfather was alive, because he had a home there. But I'm not sure what happened. My dad left the country, so
We hardly really see you. How come you just like to hide behind the camera?
I feel more comfortable being behind the camera. I prefer for my work to be my face. So when you see my work, you see me. That's how I prefer to,
And so for people like us who put our face in front of the camera...
Oh, it's all well and good for you to do that, but I just rather, it's more fulfilling, for me.
Anyway, without us, we won't have you.
Not true.
Right? So it's just as well, right?
Yeah.
All right, Bimmy, can you give us a bit of... because now, yes, the name rings a bell, but not much is known about you. So
Okay.
this is an opportunity for your fans to bond with you here on the program.
Okay.
So can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Okay, my name is, obviously, Bimmy Phillips.
Of course.
I'm a
Except you've added a new name to it.
I'm a producer, director. At the moment, I am currently the only female music video director in Nigeria at the moment. There is Kemi Adetiba, but she's not based here. I'm based here. I have worked with a few artists for my videos, Tonto, Ajay, Mr. Peak. I've done a few documentaries. I've done some, I cover events. Not all my work is actually put out there with my name. Some, my crew just go out and, we have somebody else put on there. I went to film school. I studied editing and filmmaking. I've been doing this for about 2 years. Been in the industry for about 5. I've done artist management, I've done PR, I've actually done acting. There's a film that came out last year in the cinema called the ZR7. I played a role in there. So, I've been about. I just really don't like to put myself out there personally, like facially, but, I've been around for quite some time now. I moved back about 5 years ago, and when I moved back, I went head-on into the industry. I wasn't sure where. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but I just knew I wanted to entertain. Just over time, working with different people, experiences, I just found myself, producing, mostly because I find that I like to organize things. I'm good at putting people together and putting things together.
All right, you also put a video together of all the little things you've done. I won't say the little things, I mean, just
Yes, my show
themes
yes.
put together. Let's allow the viewers watch it and let them form their own opinion.
Okay.
We'll take this quick break. Let's have Bimmy Phillips entertain us with her package. Saturday night, we'll be right back. Stay with us.
When you see me in the club, pop champagne, never tell me nonsense. See as you fart, I know they lie, you they yarn nonsense. I don't care if you reach a man, you they talk nonsense. Make you know they talk nonsense. Please don't tell me nonsense. I've been in the game for long, so long, I still that makes sense. See as you the wine, she the grind to the beat, you gonna say it makes sense. Too much sense. Any toba ta fele fele, any toba son rada rada, any toba shere shere, woro woro, what I will do. Hey boys, hey boys,
Welcome back. Wow, that's quite a compilation. That is quite a compilation. I'm
Thank
so
you.
awed by what I saw.
Thank you.
She's been very busy, and I've said before that, you know, I really like her work. I talk about her when she's not there, like almost like I stalk you even.
Are you kidding
But
me?
the great thing about her is, you have people who they're quite talented, but they lack the vision to actually do the work properly, or they do a half-assed job or whatever they're doing. But she's not like that, and you can really see in the work, and you can see in the kind of people she's worked with as well.
She's blushing.
So no, it's true. You know, I feel like a lot of people aren't honest with each other in the industry. So I always believe in letting people know what it is that you appreciate about them, because
You know what I think, you know? I think you should make her your publicist.
I think so.
She'll make a good one. I'm sure she'll do it for free. So maybe after the show, you just negotiate with her and say, come, please, how much will it take to be my publicist? Because
I accept payment in small chops.
It's
That's fine. Yes.
that's a good one. Now, Oreka, let's come to you now. You are an on-air personality. That's not the only thing you do. So let's know more about you.
Okay, like Gbemi, I moved back to Nigeria. I came about 4 years ago. I actually didn't know what I was going to do, the same as Gbemi, and I started working for a radio station in Lagos. I learned a lot from Tintin and Olisa off the bat. I think it'd be like sitting in a room with, you know, the greats, basically, the great pillars of the industry. And after a while, though, I felt like I wanted to learn more about myself, and because I didn't plan to go into the entertainment industry, now that I was in there, I just felt there were so many avenues in there that maybe there are other things that I could do and apply myself. And, you know, just like Bimmy, who always pushes herself, you know, I felt like, okay, I wouldn't really know what I'm good at if I don't try it. So I took a break. I then started working at NN24. So I was an anchor, even though none of the shows aired. I was an anchor there. I was also a co-executive producer for the channel. So I was consulting on different people's shows and trying to find ways to get more viewership. In my time there, though, I found that I actually had a lot of other things that I didn't know that I could do. So that actually inspired me to start just trying my hands at other things. So I've worked with people like Flytime TV. We have a show called Three Live Chicks, which is just an entertainment talk show. I've acted, so there's a movie called Tabloid coming out very soon, which I'm in. I did Giddy Up. I played a character called Eki, and I mean, I could go on, but yeah.
Yeah, you could go on. And we just run the 30 minutes over. Wow, you are restless and you've been busy.
Very restless, yeah.
Very restless. You're just trying to explore and, you know,
I
find...
love being challenged. Yeah.
That's so good. That's so good. Now tell us, yeah, you schooled, we could tell now that you schooled in Abeokuta. That's not the only schooling you did, right?
No, I mean, I've been a restless child from birth, really, because everyone would be like, oh, you know, I went to, let's say, Queen's College, and then from there I went to University of whatever. No. I had like 4 different primary schools that I attended, 3 different universities, you know.
All here in Nigeria?
Yeah, mostly in Nigeria. And then I left Nigeria and I went to high school in England, and then went to A-levels and then university. So
Okay, so what did you study in the university?
Clinical science.
I studied financial computing.
There you go. It's always good to get that foundation, get that education. It's something that has given me certain interpersonal skills that I would never ever trade for anything. But the fact that you're doing something that you love and you find that you actually have a natural talent for, it makes you so much more fulfilled.
A lot more. Before I moved back, I was actually a mortgage advisor. Because, you know, but even I go to work every day, you know, you get that salary, but there was still no fulfillment, no satisfaction.
You schooled there in Britain as well?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And I moved back 5 years ago, yes.
5 years ago. So what did you study when you were there?
Financial computing. Excuse me.
Financial computing.
Yes.
Clinical science. Interesting. Interesting combo. And you all found yourself in the entertainment world.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what informed that break? Like this shift from the very, very serious
you know what, that's
markets
not
to...
even a hard question. From time, when I was much younger, I back in the day, secondary school, I used to be very popular. You know how you have these invites to parties? If my name wasn't on your invitation, that means your party was not gonna rock. So I've always been that person. So I guess even though I went to university, I did the whole finance, whatever, I just kind of felt like, you know, this isn't me. This isn't me. I kept telling myself, this isn't me. So I think it was just one day I just woke up and I said, Bimmy, you can't keep doing this. You know you want to entertain. You don't know how. Maybe it's time to find out. I called my mom. Mom, I'm moving back. And, you know, that was it. The rest really is history. Yes. I left my job. I left my apartment. I left everything. My car. I just came home.
Or did your neighbor offend you?
No, but, you know. To be honest with you, if I could take it back, I wish I did go to school and I wish I studied production, let me put it that way, from the get-go. I wish I knew what I wanted to do. Let's say, let me not reveal my age. But you know, earlier on, I wish I knew what I wanted to do and I'll have done that.
I know, I find that a lot of people assume that because you're doing something creative or in something in the entertainment or media industry, you must be lazy. You must be someone who wakes up late in the morning and doesn't really like to work, and you just, you know, and it's actually one of the hardest things to do. And I think that especially with the kind of degree you have as well, it means that you're one of those people that have, you know, you think on the left side of your brain and the right side. And there's some people who only use the right side of their brain or only use the left. So I say people like you, people like me, we're quite unique in a way. So you would never put you in a situation where you can't put together a business plan and think like, this is the worst thing ever for me to try to do. And at the same time, you can shoot a video and you have the concept in your eye, in your head, and it comes out the way that you want it to. And it's not something a lot of people can do.
No.
You know, you just said something earlier that you were one of those that once your name is not on the guest list for a party, then that party is not rocking. You don't look like a party girl.
Oh, I'm retired. I'm retired now, but I used to be that. I'm retired now, yeah.
You're retired, but not tired.
You're not tired.
Still go back to...
Not tired, just...
So what's this experience been like, really, so far?
So far, you know...
Apart from the bullying you get from the male folk.
So far, it's been amazing. A lot of people do appreciate my work, and that's the ultimate fulfillment for me. So far, I can entertain you. That's the most important thing to me.
Okay, so what in particular, I mean, because I know these questions will come, what in particular do you like feel very comfortable producing? Is it anything that comes your way, or there are particular productions that you really, really bring out yourself in?
Well, to be honest, sometimes with music videos, let me just use music. Some songs speak to me. I can listen to a song and just, you know, I would just see, I've seen a video, I've seen a movie, I've seen whatever it is, and you know, I would most times approach them, or if a client comes to me and they bring me a song, you know, it takes me, let me give you a process of how I do my videos. If you give me, I get a track, it's not every job I've gotten that I have accepted. I have rejected some, because if your work doesn't really speak to me, it's a little bit impossible for me to, you know, relay the message, because it's not speaking to me in the first place. So I have to connect with you. I have to like you. It's not about the money. It's the love of the art. It's always love of the art.
Okay, and you also did that Tonto.
Yes, I did. Both her videos.
That's very popular.
She's a very
famous or infamous video. How do we place it?
It's infamous. Is it infamous? It's famous.
It's very famous.
It's very famous.
Very popular.
And
very popular.
Well loved.
Well loved.
About.
Thank God.
Yes.
How did you put that together?
Wow. The High video, it took 4 weeks to edit. My editor was with me at my house for about 3 weeks. Sleepless nights, but you know, we're both perfectionists. It wasn't easy, but there was a vision, there was a drive, and we were not going to stop until we knew that, you know, this is it. And I wasn't home when Tonto came to watch the video, but I was on the phone and I heard her. I was so worried. I heard her screaming her head off, so I knew that this was going to be a major hit. But you know, blood, sweat, and tears went into it. So if I'm going to put all that emotion, all that time, all that energy, all that love into my work, there's no way it's not going to come out perfect.
Okay, when Tonto, when she came on to you at first, I said, okay, I want to shoot a video. I mean, she's an actress, and an actress with, you know, some... Are you looking at me?
No, we need to hear you. Okay, you're describing something.
I'm stuck. I don't understand.
She's an actress with a large personality.
What did you say about me? All right, she's, you know, she's a special personality when it comes to, you know, the entertainment world.
Okay.
You know, she has so much buzz going around her. Now she comes to you and says, "Okay, I want you to produce a video for me." I mean, what were the first thoughts that came to your mind, really, honestly? Now,
can I be very, very, very
brutally honest?
I already knew I was going to shoot Tonto's videos even before I met her. So accepting the job was just like, it was her us talking about it was just like icing on the cake. I already knew that, you know, Tonto, DK, Bimmy Phillips, the future. So, has that answered your question?
Partially.
I think she was waiting for something juicy, like,
So those videos, how do you go about them? Are they all computer character generated, or you actually simulate this?
Well, we shoot on location. I haven't done any green screen shot yet. We shoot on location, and then the editor just puts some visual effects in it here and there. But it's basically a build set. Like if it's over video, the cards were hung up to the the ceiling, and just had them hang down. So it wasn't anything like floating cards or nothing like that. So yeah, we build the set, and then in post production we put some effects in it.
So what does it take to shoot a video?
Well, it takes the song, it takes a treatment, it takes putting the crew together. It takes the actual day. It takes a storyboard, a shooting schedule, about 16 hours, say 2 weeks of editing, and Bob's your uncle. That's the video.
Okay, and all of that you learned from?
Well, I learned in school, and I learned on the job.
You know the interesting thing about just listening to you talking, the two of you talking, Nigeria has a future in the entertainment world. I mean, young people like you talk with so much zeal, so much passion, so much, you know, enthusiasm. That's hope. That's hope for the future, and I'm so happy. You know, yes, Hollywood is bed comfortable now. That nobody can beat them. But if they keep lying down on their bed comfortably, Nollywood might just take the stage. Yeah, because for young people like you, you go out there, you steal their craft. Here, you put it here in your head. You come here, you enact these things, you put them into use.
When you're in certain circles, you find that they actually want, just as much as we're learning from them, a lot of them actually want to learn from us. Yes. We have things that we bring to the table that they don't have, and they would never be able to visionize or try out. Everyone says things like, oh, the music industry in Nigeria has now been transported to the rest of the world, but there's a reason why the rest of the world is buying into the songs we have now, because Akon can't sing what Wizkid is singing. He won't sound like it. He won't have that same flavor. In the same way, at one point in time, people really liked samba music and soca music. Like, everything has its own, you know, flavor and particular sound and time that people wanted. But the things that Nigerians bring to the table, no other African country can bring to the table. So as much as we're learning from our South African friends, our English or German friends, and we're learning production or music or arts from them, they're learning and borrowing from our culture as well. So there's a synergy there. You
know, at one time, we were worried that here's the likes of the veterans wearing out, and we're worried of a takeover, the young people coming up and taking up the mantle of entertainment and doing us proud. Obviously, there's no worry anymore, because we have so many young ones who are willing, you know, to jump in there, do what they can, and, you know, create craft that really stand the test of time.
I believe that's actually testament to our parents, because if our parents had said, oh, you're not allowed to be a footballer, you're not allowed to be a singer, you're not allowed to be a producer, you're not allowed to be, you must be an engineer, then you will have a new generation of people growing up and they're only going to certain professions. Sometimes people just don't let their children explore and find where they can plug in directly. And I think Nigerian parents have been very, very good over the last maybe 30, 40 years even. So the amount of things that you see now and you're like, wow, we're really, really doing well is testament to our parents.
Yes.
The choices that I've made over the last, let's say, 2 years have been focused on making me the better version of who I now understand myself to be. So I want to go to school because I completely believe in, there's no point having talent if you don't know how to use it and if you don't know how to make it touch other people's lives. You're seeing me in front of camera now, you're seeing me, or you're listening to me on radio right now, but that's not all I'm about. I have so many interests, and long term, I'm going to be exploring them.
You also mentioned that you've been, cast as a judge in programs.
Yes, that was Peak Talent Show Season 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've mentioned Peak now, so before the end of the program, we'd like to have a check.
I will. The check's in the post.
You had a stint with acting, on-air personal presentation, radio presentation,
content development,
producing, writing, and all of that. So
writing.
where would
I've also done
think,
content acquisition. I work for Oreka Partners.
The list is endless.
Yeah.
So where will Oreka? Where do you want to pitch your tent at the end of the day?
I'll say I pitch my tent with creative arts, which means everything that falls under creative arts. And I'll always push to make sure I learn. I love learning, to learn more about whatever arts it is that I think can speak to and touch other people's lives. What do you think?
That's great.
Yeah, and for you, Bimmy, your mom is a chief judge here in Lagos, right?
Yes, she is.
Does she give you all the support you desire?
Yes. I owe it all to my mom and God. My mom has supported me, invested in me, wiped my tears, still, no matter how hard it is, she still believed in me, and I believe that that's one of the reasons I have still, pressed on.
Prayers.
Big ups to mommy.
Yeah, we love
doing
mom.
well.
Honestly.
That's so good. Another remarkable thing that I also noticed about the two of you, you both studied abroad. Typical of some people, they'll just go there and get lost. They don't want to come home and invest here. But you guys came back here. What brought you back?
I never left.
What inspired you to bring you back?
I never left.
You never left?
My heart never left. It was always here. My goal, I've seen it 20 years from now. That bridge between Hollywood and Nigeria, that bridge needs to be broken. Like, as a producer, I find that I have to go out of Lagos, or I have to go to South Africa or go to America because we're lacking set, or we're lacking equipment, or we're lacking locations. Everything we need can be brought here. All these special effects they do in America, everything is, if you watch the making of probably Transformers, they're in a room like this that's painted green with a few machines around. Everything that's done there, we can do it here. Why do we have to keep going out when we can have it here? So my plan, my dream is to see Universal Studios here in Nigeria in about 20 years.
I love that. Let's just say you deserve a round of applause. I love that.
That's the dream.
I love that.
That's
I
the
love
dream.
that. I love that.
That's the dream.
I really, really love that. You're talking like that. There is hope for this country.
The house that will be built will come after us.
Okay, at least
Yeah.
we're not building castle in the air.
No.
That's a good thing. Yeah, so it's been nice chatting with you guys on Saturday night. Bimmy,
Thanks for having
I'm
us.
so proud of you.
Thank
Oreka,
you.
I am so proud of you as
Thank
well.
you.
So it's a pleasure having you on Saturday night. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, so keep doing us proud.
We will.
Keep holding on to your dreams. Keep holding on to your vision. A lot of people are watching and they've been inspired, just like I've been inspired. So like we say, the sky is just the beginning.
Yeah.
Start a point. Yeah. So thank you for coming on Saturday
Thank you.
night.
Thank you for
Yeah. So viewers, on that note, we say thank you for staying tuned to this week's edition of Saturday Night. Until next week, it's been Saturday Night tonight.